Logan from Glutathione Authority, and today I'm going to answer one of the most asked questions that I get. And it relates to the fact that people will go online and they will read that our liver actually makes glutathione. So their question is, Alan, if our liver makes glutathione, why is it that we would need a glutathione supplement? Well, let's look at it this way. If I can give you some kind of analogy, maybe you have worked at some place where for a little while you had a 2-horse motor or a small engine, and that small engine was quite adequate at doing what it needed to do. So I'll give you an example. Our son has a basement that has water, so they have a sump pump, and they have a particular kind of sump pump, and it generally keeps the water out. Over time, though, the water flow has got greater, and now all of a sudden the sump pump just doesn't do the job anymore. So that's essentially what's going on in our body. We have this overwhelm of things that we never used to have, that our liver and our other areas that glutathione is made, but mostly in the liver, and it just can't keep up any longer. So what are the most common things that use up our glutathione? And I'm going to give you 3 of them, and I think one of them will really surprise you. Well, the first is drugs, over-the-counter drugs, prescription drugs. You know, they become so prevalent in our life. It's so easy. We get a cold, a fever, a cough, and the first thing we do, because we have to go to work and stay at work, is we go to the drugstore and we buy something over the counter, and we have this idea that everything that we take is safe and doesn't really do any harm, but everything that we take, our liver has to metabolize, and it takes glutathione to do that. So it's taking glutathione away from actually fighting the cold or flu or whatever it is that we have, and now it's metabolizing the drug. As a matter of fact, 4 Tylenol, 500 milligram extra strength Tylenol will occupy about 50% of your glutathione just to metabolize those Tylenol. The second thing is stress. Stress is just prevalent. We're just constantly under deadlines, and things need to move faster and greater than they ever have before, and people are doing more with less in all their jobs. So the stress that we go through these days has a tremendous impact on the level of glutathione. But here's the one that I think will surprise everybody. Exercise. Yeah, you heard that right, exercise. You know, we're all led to believe that exercise is ultimately so good for us, and while that's true, one of the things that exercise actually results in is more oxidation. I went for a run tonight, so while I'm out having my run, I'm breathing in oxygen. I need more oxygen to fuel my muscles, to keep everything running, but that oxygen, once again, turns into oxidative stress in our body. So if we're not fueling our bodies correctly with vitamin C and vitamin B and antioxidants and the things that are required that work together with glutathione, it overstresses our glutathione. And it's particularly difficult for people who are avid in exercise. So the people that run marathons, the people that do long distance running, the people that work out for hours on end, they're challenging their glutathione like never before. And then, of course, there's the more common causes of stress on our glutathione: smoking, secondhand smoke, alcohol, bad food, extra fat in our food. Those things also stress out our glutathione. So you can see, if we compare our lifestyle to many years ago when we were eating out of our garden and everything was fresh, to today where we live in an urban environment and we don't know when those vegetables were picked, we don't actually know when that meat was packaged or where it was packaged, we have higher stress jobs, we try to keep ourselves in shape by exercising more, and all of these things are putting stress on our glutathione. So it has become necessary, As a matter of fact, recently, measuring glutathione, has become a useful tool in measuring risk factors for chronic diseases in people in the future. So doctors are now measuring people's level of glutathione in a clinic setting, because it's a little complicated. They're measuring their levels of glutathione to predict the risk of certain chronic diseases developing in the future. So glutathione, you're going to hear a lot more about it, and glutathione supplementation is going to become more and more common and more necessary as time goes on. So thanks for listening. This is Alan Ogden with Glutathione Authority. Have an amazing day.